Tooth decay, this that gold teeth rap. You dream about teeth, that's death. Your life's a rap. I'm on the map divine and telling you where your life is at. Avoid the pitfall so you can live where the righteous at. And do righteous acts. Respect your body, how you treat your sacred habitat is where you find your blessings at. It's type nomenclature, the alchemical signature sealed from the creation. Yeah, I'm God's nature, but I could pivot and go ballistic without lifting a finger. I was born out of death from my father's urethra. My son told me go to the stew session, the studio, and teach these men to stop acting like moody hoes.
What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder. Hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. A leopard does not change its spots. There are all types of situations going on right now that are indicative of what took place in the past within the crypto space, within the DeFi space specifically. Within the DeFi space, I'm telling you, this market is riddled with just a bunch of stuff that's just been recycled over and over and over again, right? And what am I talking about? Like, hey, Wonder, what are you talking about? What are you talking about today? Recycling. What is this about? Leopard changing spots, whatever. Well, I'm about to tell you. The spots don't change on a leopard. The stripes don't change on a tiger. These things don't change on people. When you see what it is, it's still what it is. In a sense, the practices of the past, especially the bad practices of the past, continue to evolve. And you find it today in crypto, in DeFi, You find it today, people. How many dexes are coming out right now talking about high APRs left and right? You have this one dex, I'm not even going to say the name of it, because if I say it, you probably go check it out. You probably know about it already. It's new, it's brand new, it's in the pulsechain ecosystem. It's weird though, because it's only been, less than 2 months. We're approaching 2 months in pulsechain, and there's so many competitors with PulseX, which competition is not a bad thing, but people. Those of you who just can't help yourselves, you get into this mindset of being addicted to money, and you want to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But not all money is good money, and not all ways to make money are good ways to make money. Simple and plain. Y'all don't listen. A lot of y'all do, but most don't. And that's why when you continuously ape into a lot of these things, they end up trapping you and you lose everything. Don't cry. Do not cry. A lot of people, few people understand what the T-share rate is all about. I still respect the T-share rate. I still respect the T-share for what it's done, for what it can do, and what it brings to the entire Hex ecosystem. It is what it is. But there's a new DEX that came out. And they try to align. This is how they fool you. They try to align with, pulsechain and Richard Hart and things that are in the ecosystem. This thing called P-share. P with a P. Pulse, like a P-share, to align to the T-share narrative or reality. Is not a narrative. So that it could make you think, oh yeah, this is, of course, T-share rate is great. So why not get into something that's aligned with the pulsechain ecosystem called P-share? Oh, and it's producing thousands of APR a day. People, you've already seen, if you've never been in DeFi and dealt with the DEXs and, APRs, APYs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Those rates do not stay stagnant every day. They go down over a period of time. They go down within a day. In the morning, you'll see something at one number. By the evening, it's done. It's lower. You see a lot of thousands of X's, APY. You're getting, 5, 6, 7%, 8%, 10, 11% on your money a day. Oh, woo, you're excited. But that's just happening maybe barely. You'll be lucky if it keeps that way for 24 hours. And it's out and it's active. And people are just making videos talking about, to the moon and high prices and all. This is how you get wrecked. But many of you don't care. Been saying that there's going to be opportunities where people are going to come out, create all kinds of projects, etc., to make you give them your pulse, give them your pulsex, give them your crypto, and you won't be able to recover what you gave. Introducing things like referral links and referral percentages and all this Ponzi scheme, Ponzi style, Ponzi tokenomics methods to make you think, oh yeah, this is how you're gonna bubble, this is how you're gonna build your bag, this is what you should do, and blah blah blah. No. You think people are doing you any favors? What was that? They're just being kind out of the goodness of their heart, introducing something new, and hey, why not? Earning thousands of percentages a day, APR, whatever. APR rates 1,000 per day. It's very attractive. It's very alluring for those who don't know. It's very alluring for the unsuspecting new people who just don't know. You're like, oh wow, how great is this? Oh, you can't find this in TD Ameritrade. You can't find this in the New York Stock Exchange. BlackRock knows nothing about this. Ha ha. Now is my chance to get rich tonight, overnight. No, but you're gonna learn a hard lesson when you jump in. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks, give it 30 days. A lot of these things that came into the market so far, guess what, are producing nothing for you. If you didn't get in early, and if you didn't have a network, if you weren't pumping, if you didn't, rally behind an influencer, if you're not an influencer, if you just don't have the connections, you're not part of connected, because that's how these things happen. People move in circles, people move in tandem, people have built a following, folks just move together in hive minds, this degenerate style of just tribal movements that they do in crypto so that they could continuously pillage and make money while the majority lose. So only few benefit. Most lose. You think people are doing you a service, a good service? They think they, again, looking out for your best interest? They're not. Not this way. Not in this way. Look at, this thing, the Daytona Finance. That's not even the DEX I'm talking to y'all about. It looks like a video game, the whole GTA-S thing, but it looks sketchy as whole heck. But people taking risks, doing what they do with these weird tokens and incentive token style things that they receive or whatever, and try to just chase an APR and thinking that's going to really, last a long time, create passive income. Right. It's a whole BitConnect style lending platform of old type of thinking, but the degenerate, dirty type of thinking. They don't know how to just really chill and believe in something that really works and make monies in other ways too. There are legitimate ways to earn passive income in crypto within DeFi without having to just extend yourself to such like high level risk. Right, high risk, high reward. I get all that, but in this space right now, especially with pulsechain and everything in the bear market, people are doing everything they can to come up off of you and leave you wondering why you should have, could have, and would have did something different and not get in, and so you could lose. Because a lot of times when a lot of people who are getting into this space are not rich. I'm not talking for the people who are, caked up and are millionaires, wealthy and blah, 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 and they could afford to take these risks. No, I'm talking about for the people who can't afford to splurge $1,000. And they see something APR, 2,700% APR. Oh, I could ROI in 4 or 5 days. Oh, sure, I'll ape in. Yeah, the chances of you even seeing, even just being made whole, are slim to none. You've already seen it already. You've already seen it, but people want to appeal to your addictive nature and personality, which is foul and it's unfair in my book. And that's the truth. And that's what they've done. That's what they'll continue to do. They call the thing P-share, Rick. Can you believe that? No, I can believe it. It's not a no. I can definitely believe it. Because you're going to see something else come out in another few days, in another week, another 2 weeks. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. And this is not about projects that have been waiting in the wayside to come onto pulsechain. It's about new stuff that are taking place all the time. All the time. This is why education is power. Like learn about how these things work. Learn about the history of how these things came to be and what has happened in the past. This is not new. This is not new. These are just the same tactics, just repackaged, rebranded, and issued to the world so that they could just create these money grabs and leave people hurting and feel no way about it. They don't feel bad about it at all. Folks, you got to wake up. You got to wake up. It's not about hating. It's not about, not wanting people to succeed and do well in crypto. It's the exact opposite. I do this because I really care for whatever it's worth. And maybe I should stop doing it. Like that's really becoming the theme for me, like on a different note. Like I'm watching what's going on. And it's like, because I've experienced this whole 6-year period that I've been dealing with, interacting with crypto, right? As a participant, I've seen it. It's like, wow, it's a constant shake your head. We doing this again, and what's gonna happen? Like how are people really gonna engender like real change, real advancement to prosper, in a safe, like really wholesome way? Everything is risky. We get it. It's a volatile class, asset class, high risk, high reward. We get all that. But there are certain aspects that are so extreme, so extremely volatile, it's sickening. It's disgusting. We saw what happened with PulseX, with the APRs, with the farm rates, and PulseX, that lasted barely 2 weeks, thousands, and each day it kept progressively lowering. But you see where the rates are now, because this is just whatever. We understand, Richard understands, for example, the whole thing with APR, people are going to do what they do, and this is what it is. So folks took advantage, but people trust the system more because the man seems like he's connected with the fundamentals of crypto and is not really trying to, rug people, you know what I mean? Like these other people out here doing what they do. Because it's like it's sometimes in a sick way, folks are like, they trying to, because even Richard will say he's trying to save people. I get it. Salute to that. But you can't save everybody because people are going to do what they're going to do. So pulsechain came out. If you don't want to, you don't believe in holding and you don't believe in staking long term, you don't believe in delaying your gratification, you want to satisfy your immediate gratification right away, here's a farm. You could just make money daily until that slows down severely. And then you're like, oh, I'm still hungry. Well, let me jump on another DEX. Let me jump on this sacrifice for another DEX. Let me jump on this new DEX. Oh, because it issuing 5,000% APRs and da-da-da. That's not going to last a year. That's not going to last 6 months. It's barely going to last 30 days. And folks know that, so they're just going to keep selling you. They keep selling you, keep pitching you a different product, keep pitching you a different project. Because you're hooked. You're a money addict, you're addicted, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to make money, but then at some point you cross a certain line, it becomes harmful. It becomes harmful. Gambling is an addiction, and that's just something that's not respected, and people are actually going to develop these certain conditions, and they're going to find themselves in a worse place than they were prior to entering, messing around with money traps. Because that's all they are. They're money traps left and right. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. And the saga continues. And this is something that's continuing. It happens in the bear market. It happens in the bull market. Wait till the bull market comes out. You think something is all like, crazy now. Wait till the market, there's so much money flowing through the market at the bull. Your eyes won't even be able to believe it. It's going to be so unbelievable. But guess what? That's part of the whole reality of this whole thing right here. This is what happens. But you still have to remain what? Disciplined, in control. You can't lose your senses. You have to be balanced, level-headed in all this, or else you get wrecked. If this was the surefire way to engender and create generational wealth by way of chasing APRs or DEXs that are issuing APRs every other day, new DEX after DEX after DEX after DEX, then everyone would be doing it. If that was a surefire way to get money, chasing APRs, new DEXs that are issuing new APRs by the thousands, earning you 10% a day, everyone would do it. So what does that tell you? Especially the ones that talk about referrals. Whatever. Y'all, some folks listen, most don't. Either way, you're going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn the right way, the wrong way, the hard way. It's not for me to tell you. There's never a dull moment in crypto. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.